Unit 4, Lesson 7, Practice Problems number 1. Recipe calls for 1/2 pound of flour for one batch. How many batches can be made with each of these amounts? So, recipe calls for 1 pound for one batch. Sorry, 1/2 pound for one batch. Let's use a tape diagram. This is one batch. 1/2 pound for one batch. One batch equals 1/2 pound. How many batches can be made with each of these amounts? What if we have a whole pound? I know that there are 2 halves in a whole, so this is 1 pound, which makes 2 batches. So, for 1 pound, you can make 2 batches. Let's go back to one batch. Whoops. Three-fourths pound. I know that in 1/2 of a in 1/2 of a pound, there's 2/4. This is 1/4. This is another fourth. This is another fourth. So now we have 1, 2, 3/4. We want to know how much of a batch that is. This is a whole batch. And 1/4 is 1/2 of a batch. So we have one whole batch and 1/2 of a batch. So with 3/4, you can make 1 1/2 batches. I'm going to have to start all over with this one. One batch is 1/2 pound. How many batches can you make with 1/4 of a pound? We just said that 1/4 of a pound is 1/2 of a half. If 1/2 pound is one whole batch, then 1/4 of a pound is 1/2 of a batch. With 1/4 pound, 1/4 pound, you can make 1/2 batches. So, to review, 1/2 of a pound makes one batch. If you have 1 pound, that's twice as much, 2 times as much as 1/2. So you can make 2 batches. 3/4 is 1 1/2 of a half, or 1 1/2 batches. 1/2 a pound plus 1/4 of a pound is 1 1/2 batches. And lastly, 1/4 of a pound. 1/4 is half of a half. So you could make a half of a batch.